Lower prices, improved image quality, and better support from both Windows and Mac OS make it a great time to buy one of the best 4K monitors, especially since they're becoming the new standard. These monitors provide an awesome improvement in sharpness that's just as useful while web browsing or watching 4K movies or playing games. Though 1080p 24-inch gaming monitors can reach higher refresh rates for smoother gameplay, some 4K displays are now reaching comparable speeds. Number 1. Dell S2721QS. The Dell S2721QS is a 27-inch 4K monitor with an IPS panel. It has a 60 Hz refresh rate, supports HDR, and is among the least expensive 4K monitors available. Despite its price, the S2721QS provides great image quality and a wide range of content. It has a high maximum brightness, superb sharpness, and good overall color performance. Its contrast ratio is near the top of IPS panels, so it looks better in dark scenes than most similar monitors. The monitor supports HDR input, but it's only HDR ready instead of VISA Display HDR certified. That's a bit surprising because, in our tests, it performed better than some monitors that are certified. Don't get too excited, however. While it can add vibrance to HDR content, it's only a modest improvement over SDR. Unfortunately, this monitor doesn't support adaptive sync, which will probably disappoint gamers who prefer smooth, fast-paced gameplay. It's still a great choice for games with a slower pace, such as strategy or simulation titles. Number 2. BenQ PD3220U. The BenQ PD3220U is a 32-inch 4K monitor designed for professional use. It has a 60 Hz refresh rate, supports HDR, and uses an IPS panel. It also has a USB-C Thunderbolt 3 port with power delivery that can charge a compatible laptop. The monitor's additional USB-A ports make it useful as a USB hub. As the name implies, the PD3220U is similar to the smaller PD2725U. It shares the smaller model's top-tier color accuracy, very wide color gamut, and excellent sharpness, all of which make it a great monitor for professional content creation. However, the larger PD3220U suffers a lackluster contrast ratio that falls behind most competitors. This hurts the monitor's depth and realism when using it for entertainment. The monitor supports HDR, but at only 250 nits is nowhere near bright enough to properly display HDR content. You're better off sticking with SDR. Number 3. Asus ROG Swift PG32 UX. Asus ROG Swift PG32 UX has cutting-edge technology that represents the future of computer monitors. It is a 32-inch 4K monitor with a mini LED backlight that includes 1,152 individual dimming zones, each of which can turn on or off independently. It's VISA Display HDR 1400 certified and has an IPS panel. The monitor has great color accuracy and a very wide color gamut, traits that are obvious in movies and games but also useful for content creators. The mini LED backlight offers the best contrast ratio of any we tested. Motion clarity is strong, too, thanks to the 144 Hz refresh rate and NVIDIA G-Sync support. That's good news for gamers, who are the monitor's target audience. On the downside, it lacks HDMI 2.1. It can still handle 4K/120 Hz when connected to the Xbox Series X, but not with the PlayStation 5. Number 4. Gigabyte M28U. While many 4K gaming monitors can either cost upwards of $700 or stick with a basic 60 Hz refresh rate, the Gigabyte M28U puts out a 4K/144 Hz image signal and sometimes can be found as low as $450 on sale. It's not just a high resolution on offer, though. The M28U also has a wide color gamut that it displays accurately, with rich colors that make HDR content look great. The M28U's peak brightness with HDR enabled isn't mind-blowing at just 453 nits, but affordable monitors are rarely able to offer much in this regard. The sharp visuals of 4K are just half of what the Gigabyte M28U delivers. With a 144 Hz refresh rate, gameplay appears smooth and FreeSync Premium Pro can prevent screen tearing. Even some fast monitors have pixel response times that lag behind, leaving blurry ghosting trails behind moving imagery, but the Gigabyte M28U's pixels largely keep up with the action, making for exceptionally clear visuals, for the price. Number 5. Samsung S32A804NMN. The Samsung S80A is a 27-inch 4K monitor with an IPS panel. It has a 60 Hz refresh rate and does not support adaptive sync. A 32-inch model is also available, but we only tested the 27-inch version. This monitor's highlight is its excellent color gamut and good color accuracy. Though not the best we tested in these areas, its overall performance was outstanding given the S80A's mid-range price. The monitor also has a solid contrast ratio for an IPS panel. These traits make it a great choice for content creators and creative professionals on a budget, as the S80A's image is slightly more accurate and realistic than the Dell S2721QS.